you can put your question in the chat, or you can come on the mic and also let me know what to do. Otherwise, while you're doing that, let's go to our lab. Okay, so I'll go to the virtual machine we have. So what we did last time was that we created the virtual machines, and we went for the 3 virtual machines. We configured one of the virtual machines IP address information. So if we go there, yeah, first we configure the IP address of our first machine. So if I put this diagram back
Please
to
share your screen,
my
sir.
screen. Ah, okay, sorry. It's not sharing? Man, why do I think that
Nope.
is happening?
No screen. Nothing shared.
Oh, hey, try to imagine. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, screen 1. Okay, sorry guys, I also forgot or 5 got that I shared. I'm not sharing screen. Okay, so here I'll just put the diagram. That's hopefully that's clearer. I'll go for one note here and grab some more diagrams from there as well. Oh, that's different one. Yeah. So right now we have, so I'll just remove this guy from here. Oh, yeah. So we have configured already the IP addresses. So we've configured on machine 1, Active Directory, DNS, DHCP. We haven't configured this guy yet, software send, and today we will be doing that too. But after trying to do some work on the hypervisors, try to know inside out of the hypervisors, how do they look like, what can they do. So then we created the 3 machines, 1, 2, 3 here, and we give your first name ES6i01, your first name is 2, and so on. And then we also give the IP here. So I think we're gonna do is we're gonna connect to this machine, and we have the Chrome browser installed already here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect to Win01. We're gonna connect to Chrome, and from there, um, well, we're supposed to connect from Chrome to this machine, this, but I also want to make sure that did we configure the name and IP on all 3 virtual machines, hypervisors, or just one of them? So let's confirm this. So I'll make a list of what to confirm, and then we're gonna go ahead. So here, okay, let's confirm, and that is, uh, do we have total 4 VMs in our V cloud each? Obviously that's yes. Then did we give IP and name configurations to the 3 hypervisors? Let's confirm that. And then did we create A records for the 3 hypervisors in Windows DNS? Because anyone knows why should we do that? I think I asked that last time as well. We need to create A records for all 3 hypervisors. Why? Hmm.
To
For
have
reverse
access with
switch.
name, just.
Yes, to access the hypervisors by name. Otherwise, if we access the hypervisor by IP, that's going to be very confusing in a big environment, right? So it's the best practice to configure DNS for them, right? And then once we configured A records for the 3 hypervisors, can we connect to all 3 hypervisors from Win01 Chrome browser by name. Okay, and once that is done, if we are able to connect with all three, then let's explore all the features of any one of the hypervisor and create a virtual machine inside a hypervisor. So that's gonna get, well, kind of tricky, but this time we're gonna avoid creating a GUI or graphical user interface window. We're gonna install, command line windows. So I'm gonna confirm. So let's explore the all features and create a virtual machine side. Once a virtual machine is created, we must check uh, if it received an IP from our DHCP in Win01. So that would confirm that our networking across the machines is also, well, working. So what I'm saying in English, what it means is that first we're going to check if the IPs are there. Then we're going to check that if the A record have been created for all three hypervisors in DNS. Then we're going to access the hypervisors by name instead of IP. By IP, yes, we should be able to connect anyway, but by name we should be able to connect, right? So once we connect, then we're going to go for all the features, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the features of a typical hypervisor? Then we're going to create a virtual machine inside a hypervisor 1 or 3, whatever. And that hypervisor will have Windows, but the command prompt version of that, I'll tell you which one. Once it is installed, we're going to check that does it receive an IP from the DHCP. So DHCP, for that, it has to first connect to the standard switch here in this hypervisor, then the physical network card here, and then the local switch, and then the network card here, and then the DHCP, right? So if this virtual machine carries an IP automatically from DHCP, this means that our networking between the hypervisors or all the machines is also good.
Sayed, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you. Your voice is again chopping in between, so we are not able to.
Oh, yikes. What do I do? Was it choppy last class as well?
No, only today.
No, it's the first
Uh-oh.
time.
Yikes. This means that my internet from Rogers is doing okay. It's giving me some hard time here. So, I mean, yeah, better go. Yeah, I'm connected to the fast network. So, yeah, overall it's internet, but I just also when I restart, then it also is good. Um, so I'll try to repeat what you missed, and wherever it is choppy and you were not able to understand, guys, then let me know and I can repeat that, right? So whichever point you didn't understand because of the choppiness, uh, then let me know. I will repeat that again, right? Okay. So, but yeah, I'm not sure what I can do other than disconnect, connect, or restart my machine, and or hope that the voice just corrects itself. Okay. All right. So here, let's try to go to our environment. First, we check that our environment has name and IP configuration correct or not. Let's check that, and then we go ahead. So I'm going to go to the ESXi01. I'm going to open the console for ESXi01, and uh, we're going to check if the IP and name, ignore the domain suffix part of that, as we know from previous class, that it might get wrong DNS suffix or ending part of the domain would be wrong. Let's just log into the first one. I can see 192.168.0.1 here IP, but I'm just going to log in quickly. So let's log
Sayed,
into, yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry, it's very choppy. We are not able
Oh,
to follow along. It would be great if you
oh,
want to restart it once or change the mic.
okay. Let
Maybe
me
we'll
just,
just wait.
okay, sure. Yeah, mic change. Okay, let me check one more thing here.
So guys, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, this.
Yes, sir.
Is it better or still?
Better than before.
Somewhat
Like,
better.
Better. Oh, somewhat better. Okay. Okay, let me just restart then and let's see.
I think we can continue for another 4-5 minutes. If it becomes choppy again, we'll let you know.
Okay, sure. All right, guys. So let's check our ESXi1. So I'm going to click this machine here. I think I already opened that machine. And here, we're going to connect to F2. So we're going to connect to this machine. So we need to press function key. So first we're going to click inside this or just put the mouse over and function key and F2, right? Then we go down arrow. We put the password, which is small abc, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3 without shift 1, 2, and 3. And enter. Move the mouse so next screen could show. So all we need to do is only check what we have put. Hopefully it's there. So I'm going to press down arrow to go to configure management network. That's where we have configured everything. So I'm just going to press enter on configure
Excuse
management.
me, sir.
Yep.
When I open EXI01, I don't have anything to press here. How did you press options to give function key?
So function key F2, function key plus F2.
Okay.
But your mouse has to be on the screen. Then it will take it.
Um, okay. Okay, sir. Login name, password, root.
Yeah, so login name is root by default. Go to the password and whatever password you put there, go ahead and press enter.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, once you're inside, then you have to, oh, I went outside, seriously. I press escape. So I'm gonna press function key and F2 again. Oh, I'll put my mouse here, then function key and F2. And oh, hey, function key, where is my function? Okay. So then down arrow, small abc, capital ABC, shape 1, 2, 3 without shape 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to go down arrow here, configure management network, then press enter on top of this. And I'm going to go down to down arrow IPv4. On the right side, I see 192.168.0.1 and yeah, 0.10, 255, everything is good. So obviously yours will be your subnet, third octet. And if that is good, let's go down to IPv6. We're not really working on IPv6. So we're going to go further down to DNS configuration. That is important because on the right side, I see the correct DNS server and I see correct host name. My first name ESXI01. So make sure your this name is correct. I mean, like, okay, let me tell you why it is very important. See this? if I go to my diagram, so in DNS, when we create a record, right? So what does a record normally contain? It contains a name of the machine and IP, right? And ultimately, why are we creating the DNS A record? Because we want to connect remotely to this machine by name, right? So the name here has to exactly match with the name you put here, right? If here it is Armor ESXi01, and there it is Armor ESXi or EXSI. Here it is SX. There, if you put XS first, if the name spellings are different in DNS A record and different in machine, you won't be able to connect to this machine remotely by name, right? So that's why whatever name we put here is, so I'm going to go inside this. So whatever name we put here, this one has to be exactly the same spelling there in DNS as well. Any mistake and you won't be able to remotely connect. So that's the only thing to remember here. I'm going to press escape because it's already correct information for me, right? And if I go to custom DNS, that's already we can ignore. So it's Amin Hub I got and Amir Hub I got. So you guys might be having some other different names, which is we can ignore this. So my ESXi01 setting is okay. I'm gonna simply escape from here and escape again, and that's it. I didn't make any change, so it's not asking to save any change. So this is all good. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna go to ESXi2, and then I'm going to go for ESXi3, and I'm gonna check the same things there as well. So closing this one, and ESXi2, let's go there. Now you know the drill. So VM console, and oh, it's different. So this means that we had configured ESXi1 only last time. We're going to be configuring now ESXi2 and ESXi3 as well. All right. So I'm going to go inside this function key F2 and go down arrow, and then small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3 without shift 1, 2, and 3. So here, configure management network. This is not correct. So I'm going to go inside and correct it. So I'm just going to press enter. Then down arrow, IPv4, enter. Hopefully we remember the drill. We just need to change, right? How do we change? Down arrow, and then press spacebar key to select set static IPv4 address, right? And then I'm going to go further down arrow, and then I'm going to click right arrow, and then backspace, remove 8, backspace, remove 5, backspace, remove the third octet, because my third octet is 0. Then dot, and then this is the second machine. So I'm going to put 2 here, right? And if I go further down, this is okay. Subnet mask is O and K. Then if I go further down, yes, 10 is there, but 12 should not be there. So I'm going to only change my third octet. I'll go there. I'll go into the dot, then backspace 1, backspace 2, then I'll put 0. Now my third octet is correct. Your third octet is different, right? So if your machine ESXi2 looks like this, then we're good. I'm going to press enter to save the whole configuration. Yep.
Some of us are having issues. I'm having issues with this.
Okay, again, what?
To set the IP address, I don't know. When I press enter, the thing just goes off.
Okay. So I'm gonna press enter and okay. So who's this? What's the name? I can check your machine.
Oyedele.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's XI2, right?
Yes.
Okay, and close that on your side. Okay, you
Yes,
did.
I closed on my side.
Okay. So you're not able to change the IP?
Yes.
Go down. If I go down, what to press here?
I press enter.
No, you have to press spacebar key, the long key.
Oh,
At the
okay. Thank you. I think I should.
Okay. So I'll disconnect and you can connect now.
Okay.
Okay. So here I'll just put a. Okay, guys, please mute. I can hear a lot of noise. Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna go back to. Can you please mute your mic? Okay, Tos. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And ECSI2, I'm going to go there, VM console. I was there and I corrected this. So IPv4 0.2 DNS configuration. So yes, this is not configured. So I'm just going to press enter to DNS configuration. And then I'm going to press down arrow 2. And then I'm going to select. How do I select? The long spacebar key to select. And then go down. My octet, third octet is wrong. In fact, the IP is also wrong. So right arrow and then backspace, remove, 0.10, right? So that's our DNS. And then there is, guys, be careful here. Your first name, ESXI02, right? So that would be this. Just be careful about the naming, and because later then it will become a problem, right? So I'm gonna press enter. ESXI02. And the third one is I have Cesar hum.local and Mayank hum.local. So I'll leave it as is because it's gonna change again. So and it doesn't really matter here in this lab.
Sorry, I have a question. The EXSI2, the IP address, the last octet should be .3, right?
For this machine is 2, but the last machine is 3. Yeah.
No, I mean the last for EXSI2, the IPv4 address, not the DNS.
IPv4 address is 2. See this?
Okay, 2. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. And so my 2 places, because we're going to configure 2 places only, right? IPv4 configuration and DNS configuration. These 2 places we are configuring, and then I'm going to save the whole configuration. How do I do that? I'm going to press escape once, and it's going to ask for saving the whole configuration or not, right? So I'm going to press once escape now, and this is the message it brings: apply changes and restart management network. It is asking, so I'm going to press Y. Okay, I'm going to press Y here. Yes, and that's it. Now the whole configuration is supposed to be saved, right? Okay, so ESXi2 is also configured, right? I'm going to close this and go to ESXi3. Oyedele, please mute the mic. Okay, so here I'll click close. and then I'm going to go for 3, E6I03. I'll click VM console. You know the drill now. Just be careful about the spellings. And I'll just press function key F2 here as well, and then down arrow key to log in. We know the drill. Okay. So here, configure management network, right? So I'm going to press enter for configure management network, and then IPv4 configuration. I have to press enter here as well. And then I'm going to go down to select with spacebar, long key spacebar, this. And then I'm going to go further down here. We know the drill, right arrow, and then backspace, 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 backspace. In my case, third octet is 0.3. And I'm going to go down here to the default gateway, backspace, right arrow actually, sorry, and then backspace, backspace to remove, because I need to correct the third octet dot 10. So now we're kind of good for all 3 hypervisors. I need to still, oh, actually, I need to still go for the DNS configuration. So I'm just going to press enter here to save it. And go down to DNS configuration and press enter here as well. Down arrow spacebar to select. And yes, my DNS server octet is wrong. I'll just change it to 0. Down arrow, local host. Be careful here again. Your first name ESXI03. Okay, that's exactly what we're gonna put in A records inside our DNS in Win01, right? I need to save it, so I'm just gonna press enter, enter, enter. Okay, so once we have pressed enter here, if I go to custom DNS, I have rfhum.local and danilohum.local. So all 3 machines have different DNS from different sources. So we're gonna ignore that. Now IPv4 configuration is okay, and DNS configuration is also okay. Then we're gonna save the whole thing. I'm gonna press escape once, and then press yes or Y when the next message comes. So I press escape and apply changes and restart management network. I'm gonna press Y. Okay, and then everything is saved now. So I'm gonna close this ESXi03 window now. Right? So if we go back and check it out, so at least we've confirmed that the name and IP and DNS configuration for all 3 hypervisors is correct. Now we need to access these 3 hypervisors from our Win01 Chrome browser by name. In order to do that, we need to go to the DNS and add the name and IP of all 3 hypervisors there. So from DNS, with the help of DNS, we can access the machines remotely by name, right? So let's go to our Win01 machine and add this correct information with correct spellings in our DNS, right? The correct spellings are very, very important. All right or all wrong? Okay, all right. So let us go ahead and go to our Win01. Win01. Okay. So, oh, seriously, what is happening here? Oh, my Win01 is shut down. No actions. Oh yeah, suspended. Exactly. You're right. Okay. So I suspended, and let us see if it opens up.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sorry, what you press? Because my if I a virtual machine also it's suspended.
No, actually it was suspended automatically. I think the lease time related stuff happened. So lease time was expired and it suspended itself. So it's from vCloud. I didn't do anything. Yeah.
Because mine also is suspended and I'm not able to press the VM console.
Oh yeah, so then you have to just start. So go to actions and
Okay.
power on. That's it.
Power
When
on.
you power on, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, I think it's on for me. So I'm going to click the console of Win01 because it was suspended. So it will save any work I was doing or not. Okay, so yeah, actually it was shut down. I'm gonna press Control Alt Delete here. Control Alt Delete, and then go here and put this small ABC shape 1 2 3 without shape 1 2 3. Enter. Okay. Now it was there already in the DHCP. I don't need the DHCP here. I'm gonna close this. I do need the DNS now. So I'm already on server manager, which has all the links that I need. And I'm on local server here inside the server manager. I'm going to go to the right side. I'm going to go to tools. Okay. So tools, and then I'm going to go for DN and S. Okay. DNS. Let's go there. So guys, just be careful here. What you put here will either make or break. So let's make, not break. Wow. Okay. So forward lookup zone. I'm pressing that forward lookup zone. I'm going to expand the forward lookup zone here. Then the domain zone is here, which is your first name, hub.local, right? We have only one A record. This is the A record, which is name and IP of this machine. But now we're going to add 3 more A records here. So let's start adding them. So I'm going to right click in this area. You can right click here as well, or right click here. When you right click, you see this new host A or AAAA record. So host A record means the IPv4 related IP and name you can add there, and AA means that IPv6 name, IPv6 IP and name you can put there. So ours is IPv4 4. So we're going to select this. Well, you can also select for v6 the same way. Anyway, so here just make sure that you're correct with the name. So I know the spellings of my name, but just to show you how careful we need to be, I'm going to minimize this. I'll just simply go to, yeah.
I'm finding it getting to where you on this. I think you were too fast on the Windows.
Okay, so where are you now? Which do you need my help, or just you want me to slow down? Okay, slow down, I guess. I hope you've reached here. If not, then let me know and I can repeat.
No, I'm not. I'm not there yet. I think I need you to repeat so that I can.
Okay, so are you on Windows? Yeah, you can stay
Yes,
unmuted.
I'm on Windows.
Okay. Are you on Server Manager? This guy? Are you on Server Manager?
Yes, I'm a server manager.
Okay, then go to Tools and then go to DNS. And once you click DNS, then it should look like this. And once your DNS is open, then expand the forward lookup zone, this one, expand.
Forward looking zone, yes.
And then select your name, hum.local.
Okay.
And I didn't. Sorry again. What did you
Yes,
say?
I'm there. I'm there.
Okay. So now right click here, anywhere in the white area here, right? Right click, and you should see this.
Yes, new host.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. Follow from here, right?
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Good. Cool. All right, guys. So here.
Sir, excuse me, please.
Sure.
I'm not able to start my Windows machine.
Um, okay, what's your machine here? Let's see. SAI.
Yes, SIK.
Okay, you have. Oh, that is.
Yes.
Okay, who else is talking? Who else is talking? Okay, so guys, here, yeah, Psycho, you
Yes.
can this, and you did you power on?
Okay.
That's it. You just have to power on. Yeah, it's powering on. So whenever you see suspended here, you
Okay.
can just go to actions and power on. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Now I'll just go back. Right. So what was I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to this. And I'm just gonna type the name. So Amir ESXI01. You can see the fully qualified domain name here being added automatically. So you just need to type the name of the hypervisor and the IP 192.168.0. In my case, yours is different dot one. So your configuration should be correctly spelled. And guys, there's one more thing that you have to be very careful about here, and that is that one should be in capital letter, right? One cannot be small case. It has to be uppercase. Got it? Right? So if you put it in lowercase, it's not going to work. Number one, right? Sorry?
It's only on caps lock now on mine.
Numbers, right, sir.
No, no.
I have only one.
I was trying to suppress my laughter, but
Yeah,
I
me
thought that
too.
some. Okay.
I've done that one a couple of times.
Okay.
People just stare at me.
Oh man. Okay, so you got me already. Okay. So yeah, in last batch, one student was so amazed. She said, "Sir, numbers are not capital or small case." She thought I really believed that it was small case. So I said, "Sorry, I was just kidding." So anyway, so yeah, one should be lowercase. Oh, did I say upper? Anyway, so yeah, let's just go ahead, guys. And but when it comes to name here, it's not case sensitive, and numbers have nothing to do. Nothing to do with case sensitivity. Okay, so yeah, let's click add host. So it says the host record this is the FQDN was successfully created. So I'm just gonna press OK, but it's the window will remain here. So we can keep on adding the second one and third one, right? So I'm just gonna go for your first name, ESXI02. Now you know the drill, but spellings should be okay. That's it. 192.168.0 dot obviously 2, right? In my case, it is 0. In your case, your third octet. If that is correct, let's go to add host. Oh, seriously, did I do something wrong? Warning, the associated pointer record cannot be created, probably because the reference reverse local zone cannot be found. Are you kidding me? Okay, I mean, has shared a screen. Hey man, you're like, Amin is like 20 years ahead of us, and we are all on tricycles, and he's on spaceship right now. He's on drones and spaceship. So we are just riding cycles. Okay, so yeah, it gave me a weird error, and and yeah, says a hump. Okay, so here now I don't know why it said that the reverse lookup zone is not available. I'll still keep on creating the correct spelling based names. I'm gonna go for the third one now. Amir, oh, what am I doing? Yeah, Amir ESXI03, and the name and the IP here 192.168.0.3. And that's it. Create associated pointer record is selected. No change here, right? Just the spelling must be correct. And add host again. I hope, yeah, it's successful. Why did it give error on the second one? Anyway, I'm going to press O and K here and press done here. And whenever you make a DNS change, you have to go up here and refresh. So select the DNS server and and fresh. Just a few million times, right? All right, so I'm still going to confirm if all the three records are created where? In forward lookup zone as well as reverse lookup zone. I'm going to confirm it in both zones, right? So first I'm going to expand the forward lookup zone. And then select it. So I have...
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
You have a problem in DNS 192, 168, not 68 for ESXi02.
That's why. Thank you. I mean, you saved my configuration. So you deserve 5 samosas here, definitely. Okay. So I'm gonna double click that. I made a big mistake here. I was saying everyone else, hey, don't make a mistake, and I made a mistake. So if we were in on premises in the college class, then yeah, I would have brought samosas in the next class. But I'll send virtual samosas to you, no problem. Okay. So, and they're as tasty as the real ones. We can imagine the taste. That's it. So thank you for noticing that. And 192.168.0, that's why it was giving an error, because I missed a number. So I'm going to press apply and OK. Apply. OK. Now I really need to check the reverse lookup zone, because it did not create in the reverse lookup zone. Or maybe it did. So I'm just going to select that, and I'm going to expand that, and I'm going to click it. And so 192.168.0.3, 192.168.0.2, 192.168.0.10, and 0. Yeah, so that change replicated here as well, and it's now corrected here as well, and the names are okay. Yeah, guys, if everything is okay, it's okay. Because I made a change here, so I'm just going to refresh my DNS again, but that's it. So that's what we need to do for D, N, and S. Okay, so I'm just going to close this. We don't need DNS now, right? So if we go for our steps, do we have total 4 machines? Obviously, yes. So that is done. Second thing, did we give IP and name configurations to the 3 hypervisors? Yep, done now. Did we create A records of the 3 hypervisors in Windows? Yep. Okay. Can we connect to all 3 hypervisors from Win01 Chrome browser by name? Now we're gonna do this, right? So if we go to the diagram, A records are also okay, right? So what we're gonna do is we're going to be connecting from Chrome, first from this hypervisor, then to this hypervisor, then to this hypervisor, right? From Chrome. So let's do it. And I'm going to go back to my Win01, and where's the Chrome? Here is the Chrome, right? Or minimize this, and this is the Google Chrome. We all installed it, so it should be there. So go ahead and double click that. And then how do we try to connect to the hypervisor. We're going to go here and we're going to type what? HTTPS, then colon, right? Not semicolon, colon. Shift and the colon button. Forward slash, not backslash, backslash, forward slash, tilted to the right. Okay, and then we can go for the name, your first name, ESXI01. Now you can access it two ways. Yeah, either you can just put the name and press enter. Don't do that. I mean, like you can do that and it's gonna connect as well. But you can put your domain name, your first name, humb.local, right? You can just put your domain name as well, right? Slash UI, small UIs. What is small UI? Small UI just means, hey, open the user interface of the hypervisor. So either you can put all this, or even if you put just this section, it will still open. But you should know that the actual syntax or actual full URL to access the hypervisor is this, right? So I'm going to press enter here, and it's going to search in the network. It's going to contact DNS. Hey, DNS, you got this name with whatever IP, and DNS should confirm that yes, we have by a machine by this name, and I have the IP for that. So let me connect you to that machine by name remotely, right? Okay, so it says here your connection is not private and attackers might be trying to steal your information, blah 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 blah. So because we did not purchase a security certificate for this hypervisor, so it's going to say that we can ignore that, because a security certificate, you have to suppose you want to purchase a security certificate for that, so others could trust this machine in a network. So you will have to go to some CA. Anyone knows what's a CA? Anyone knows what's a CA? Ever heard of that before?
Certificate authority.
Exactly, certificate authority. GoDaddy is there, DCert is there. There are many which are selling security certificate, SSL, digital certificate they are selling. So suppose you go to DigiCert, you want to purchase a certificate for a machine. So you have to fill a form. They will ask you the name of the machine. There's basic SSL, there is secure site SSL, there is secure site pro SSL. But how much security do you want, right? It depends on that. I'll accept the cookies. Okay. But the range for the certificates is from like $200 per year up to $2,000 per year. And the good CAs or certificate authorities, they actually cross-check your company first. So suppose you request a certificate. I want a certificate for my website as well as all these 4 machines. So whoever remotely connects to my machine, they will see that it is secure machine, right? So when you ask for 4 certificates, suppose security certificates, so they cross-check your company. They do research of their own about your company. Is your company having good reputation? What is the financial obligations for the company? And then they trust your company after pulling up all the records, and then they issue you a certificate. So this means that anyone else who sees a DigiCert certificate being used on your machine or website will trust you, because they trust DigiCert's procedure to offer certificate. Suppose I go for Scotia Bank here, Scotia Bank, and you know the whole thing. You can go here to, oh, okay, Scotia Bank. And then you can go to the lock sign here, and then you can, connection is secure is showing here. If you go to connection is secure, then certificate is valid. And if you go to certificate, so they are getting certificate from Entrust Authority. Entrust is another CA. They also give certificates, right? So there are so many in the market. So you can go to any bank or any website with a lock sign. You can check that which bank is using which CA's certificate, security certificate, right? Okay, so that said, we're gonna go back here. So we did not purchase any certificate for this hypervisor. So that's why it's saying we know it is not hackers, it is us connecting, so it's okay. So we're gonna click the advanced button here. Go ahead and click the advanced button here, and then you will see this proceed to this machine. It says unsafe because we did not purchase a certificate, but we know that it is safe. It is in our network, right? So click this link. And now you're going to come here and you can put the username password. Anyone knows what's the username password we're going to put here? Administrator, right?
Root.
Yeah.
Root.
Root.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not able to close the screen or do anything on it.
Close the screen. Okay.
Yeah, I opened another page in Google in the same server, but I am not able to close this page.
Okay, let me check. You can close your machine page.
Okay.
So it's Win01 VM console. Oh, this, yeah, Google has started doing that. So you have to go to more and then guard it, then it will remove. Now you can put anything you want.
Sorry,
Right?
what did you do?
Yeah, I just clicked the got it. There was a blue button there that you had to click, and
Okay.
I clicked it for you. So you don't have to click now. All right,
Okay,
cool.
now in
Now you
the
can,
privacy error, what did you press, please?
yeah, so you can just put the machine name there. So what's your machine name here? DNS, reverse lookup zone, forward lookup zone. And we were connecting to this machine. So if I double click that, so we needed this whole FQDN, fully qualified domain name. And we had to put HTTPS, oops, HTTPS:// control V. So the full domain name should be there, local / lowercase UI, exactly.
Yes.
And then press enter, and then yeah, just go for advanced and then proceed. You need to click here. I'm going to close from here, right?
What I need to click, sorry, sir?
The last one, this one. So I'm closing, I'm not clicking this one. So you should know this screen as well, right?
Just a minute.
No, you cannot connect. I have to disconnect for you to connect, right?
Okay.
So you have to just, when I disconnect, you will see the same screen and you have to go down and click this one, right?
This blue one? Blue link?
No, this one, where my mouse is.
Just a minute, I'm not able to.
You're not.
Just a minute. Okay, I see it.
Good.
Because okay.
Oh, no problemo. Okay, so I'm just gonna close that and let's go back. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and so once you click the proceed, you will reach this screen. You will be putting the username as root and the password, whatever password you gave to your hypervisor. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3 without shift 1, 2, and 3. So you should be able to log in from this. We're not going to join the customer experience improvement program because we do not want to improve the software, right? Oh, I'm just kidding. Yeah, still, I'm just unchecking that and I'm going to press O and K. So now we're inside this hypervisor, right? So that would be our first screenshot.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you please show the DNS configuration on Windows once more? I'm getting error while I'm trying to connect to the server. I think I missed
Okay.
something in the configuration server manager.
So you want to see my configuration of DNS?
If
Or
possible, can you check mine?
okay, sure. So your machine name is okay, and please close the window from your side. Okay, and 192.168.7. Oh, whoa, what is this? What? You put 222 on all three screen machines, so that's not good. Okay, which one is which? So it's one, right? So we're gonna put one
Okay.
here as well. And then two is above is two, so this is two, good. Then above is three, then this one would be three. So you will be charged five samosas actually. So yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna refresh by going up to the server. I'm gonna refresh, but we have to confirm if everything happened. Yeah, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Yeah, and in revert setup zone. 1 2 3. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so when you go to the browser, you're putting 1 1 1. Now it should be working if the spellings are correct. And I go there. So I'll just do this one more time here and go for E6I1. If I double click that, so this is the link we are using. If in case it is giving issue, so the spellings have to be correct. So I'll just go here. And press enter. Well, the DNS information should be correct. And I'll control C this and close this browser and then open this again. Okay, so it should work now if your machines are up. And is it if it is 7, then we can go for CMD and I pressed enter as well. Wow, it's not accepting my enter. Yeah. There's some other issue here. Ping 192.168.7.1, right? Yeah, it's pinging. Hey, did you make any spell mistake there as well? That would be accumulating samosas. So 10 samosas. Okay, so let me just quickly check your other machines because then it may not work with the other machines if there are some errors there as well.
Okay.
192.168.7.1, yeah. And HUDHAESXI01, yeah, good. But the DNS, that is not showing DNS, so it becomes longer. I think I'll just check one machine and it should be okay if it's okay here. Oh, what was here? Okay. Yeah. 192.168.7.10, yeah, and yeah, all things seems to be okay. Good. So your configurations here are okay, and I'll just go back here. Whoa, it's taking time. The ESXi01.hum. that with the hum.local/void. So I'll just check one more time, and then it, you could. There's a command here that we give for DNS, and that is ipconfig/flush DNS, and then we click the refresh button here, and then close this and open it again. Hopefully the name resolution worked. So https okay. Let's check it. Otherwise, you have to restart the machine and try again.
Okay.
So I'll just close from here, and then you can try to connect. I think it's gonna go now. Yeah. Okay, I'm closing it from here, and you can connect.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, coming back to my machine. Now I'm just going back here, DNS. So we are connected to our hypervisor. This is our screenshot number 1. So we're gonna take that screenshot.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Inside that on your screen too, that before hum.local, that FQDN name is wrong, right? That's what you said, right? It will change often, even though if you put it right.
That was the domain suffix that will change often, but this is the actual machine name. So yeah, it will not change. It's okay.
But actually, for me, it's changing. Inside Tarani XI01 and Kelechi, I think his domain name has attached to me.
Yeah, domain name is okay. Domain name you don't have to worry about.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Our first any issue, even mine, the DNS suffix, it picked the oye.humber. So I'm not able to access my EXI machine.
So the domain name is wrong. That's why. Okay, let me check that. And
Yeah,
so guys,
so
yeah, I'm clicking your machine now. But I was let me just create this screenshot so others could create that, and I'll give a sample here. And in the WhatsApp, then I'm going to connect your machine. And that is, yeah, sample screenshot for everyone with the login name. So now I'm going to connect to, what's the name? Herbert?
yes, sir.
Herbert. Okay, so Herbert, and I'm going to connect to your, whoa, where's your Win01? Why is it not going down?
The one I'm facing the issue is machine 2.
Oh, E6I2 has a issue?
Yeah, others are okay.
So E6I2 has issue of domain or IP or name?
No, domain. Other things are okay. You see now, if you try to see the name, it's
no,
having...
Herbert.
Yeah.
I had mentioned that before, that we can ignore the wrong domain name. It's okay. We all have that issue, and it's not going away in vCloud, so we can ignore that. As long as name and IP is okay, we're good. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna connect to my machine, and I'll go back here. So guys, please take the screenshot number 1 of your first hypervisor, and then let's connect to the second and third hypervisor as well, the same way. Okay, so we're gonna go for logging into the second one, and I'm going to expand this browser here in my machine. This is the first tab. We're in the first hypervisor. I'm going to open second tab to connect to second hypervisor, and then third tab to connect to third hypervisor, right? So I'll select the connect to the second tab. As soon as you see the second tab, you see this enhanced add privacy in Chrome. It's not going to let you type anything here unless you click this guy here, more. So go ahead and click this, and then you have to click the got it, then you can type anything here, right? So I'm going to click that and the got it button, and then I will type the second one, and that is, what's the name? So obviously the machine name is the same, so I'm just going to copy the first one's full URL, because I just need to change the E6I01 to 2 in the second tab and then 3. So I'm just copying the whole thing, and then I'm going to remove host. I'll keep it to UI, right? But I just need to remove 1 and put 2. So this should be it, right? And press enter. Pretty much the same thing for the third tab. Yeah, it went for the second tab as well. I'm going to click advanced, the same drill, and then click ESXi2, like proceed, right? So, and then, yeah, you know the drill. So root, you type as the username, the password, C, .123, enter. Okay, we don't want to improve this software. Uncheck, press OK. Yes, we want to improve. It's just that we still uncheck. I'm going to go for the third one. We need to check, obviously, all hypervisors are functioning properly, right? So Control V, it's still the URL of the first one. I need to change only one, the number 1, 2, number 3, and remove the host until UI, and take the number from 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going somewhere. Whoa, it's taking a little time.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Advanced.
Oh, you need to click advanced. Okay, okay. Just I need to ask that.
Okay, cool. And then proceed, and then root, and the small WC123.123, enter. We're kind of good for all 3 machines. This is good. And Cesar is about to ask that we will not be taking screenshots of machine 2 and 3. So because she was about to ask that, we're going to now take a screenshot of second and third machine as well, right? Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, see, wanted to ask that. I knew that. Okay. So guys, yeah, this is a configuration that I want to see, because if anyone of you is not able to log in from this, that's a big deal. So because all next labs are depending on this. So screenshot 2, take a screenshot, and then well, E6I2, take a screenshot, and then E6I3, take a screenshot. It's pretty much the same label. But I need everyone to I need to see that everyone had a successful access to this. Last batch, some students told me after some time that they didn't have access. So screenshot 2, connected to ESXi2, screenshot 3 connected to ESXi3. Connected to ESXi2. And then screenshot obviously would be, I'll just go back here, ESXi3 screenshot, your name should be showing there. And then it would be screenshot 3 connected to ESXi03. Screenshot. Okay, so once we do that, now let's go for exploration of how hypervisors really work, and let's start doing virtual machine. It's going to be a challenge, but you must know that how to create a virtual machine inside a hypervisor. Well, in vCloud we know how to, but inside a hypervisor, that's what you're going to see in a production environment, in a company, in a real data center. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
In my machine, the name, it doesn't change. EXI01 or show EXI01 is the EXI01 to all the 3 machines.
Oh. Did you give a different name and it changed back to the EXI01?
Yes.
So what's the name?
Olabode.
Okay, Olabode. And so in the hypervisor directly or in the DNS?
In the hypervisor.
Okay, I'll go quickly.
No, not the window machine.
Oh, the window machine?
Yes.
Okay, let's check it out. EXI1. Whoa, what was that? EXI1 EXI1 all. Okay. Yeah, it's in.
But at the top, it shows that I log in at 0203.
Oh, okay. Let's check your DNS. And yeah, so EXI1 has 14.1, 2 has 14.2, 3 has 14.3. Yeah, your DNS is okay. Yeah, obviously this one would be okay as well, obviously. Yeah. DNS is okay. Then what happened here? So you put all about it EXI02. So first let's go to 1. EXI1, right? So it's all about EXI1. Yeah. If you go to 2, you actually put there 2. And okay, let's sign out and sign in again. I'll go. Did you use the class password?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. 3. And cannot complete login due to incorrect username or password. Okay, I think your password is different, or maybe I put it wrong. Small ABC. Did you use this small ABC?
Yes. Capital ABC 123.
Okay, maybe you put it another way. You have to then log in yourself to this. Wow, the address is 3, and this is, man, this is the first time in life I'm seeing this. What? How is this possible?
Can you check the DNS name that he has configured on each ESXi? I think.
Oh yeah, right. The DNS name, but I compared it with 1, 2, 3. So let's just check it again.
Oh, I meant the host name on each ESXi.
Oh, yeah, that is also correct. So VM console, yeah, this should be be 1 because 1 is coming. So yeah, it is 1, but 2 and 3 exactly. And I hope 2 is not 1 as well. Oh, it is 1, man. There you go. So don't worry that you made a mistake here. You put 1 here as well to 2 and 3. So it's going to the same. Oh man, you're not using class password. You're using something else. Do you realize your mistake? I mean, like, do you know how to correct it?
Yes.
Just go to 2 and change it here 2 and 3, change it here to 3. Then everything will be okay. Cool.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you who corrected me. I mean, you corrected me or who corrected me? Or this tip was very good. O and K. So we're gonna go back to my machine. What I was doing was, yeah, here we got the screenshot. I'm gonna go back here now, and oh, I'm still connected to his machine. So close. Yeah, that's my machine. So guys, here we're going to explore this all the features of ESXi hypervisor and check it out. So when you connect to the hypervisor, there is manage and there is monitor, there's virtual machines, there's storage, there's networking here. So each suppose your company has 2,000 hypervisors or 1,000 hypervisors. It's a very big company still. Each hypervisor will look like this from inside. So if we understand the inside out of one hypervisor, obviously we understand all the hypervisors will look the same from inside, and those are the features. So there's manage, monitor, virtual machine, storage, and networking. What happens is, okay, first I will just tell you some of the main working components of a hypervisor. So there is main working component number 1 is obviously the networking. So this is a switch, standard switch, and the job of standard switch is to offer networking. So if we go for this, so normally the switch name is given vSwitch0. We're going to see that now. And the vSwitch0, the first name, when we install a hypervisor, a standard switch gets installed, and this is always the name. Okay, now this switch is connected to a physical network card. So we have one network card here. I mean, in our case, it's not physical, but in production environment, in real environment, it is a physical network card. So the standard switch gets created by default when we install the hypervisor for the first time, and it is connected automatically to the network card here, right? So that standard switch is connected to a network card. There are 2 ports that are by default there in the standard switch. One is the port group. One is called port group here. Second is the port group. It's here. Oh, seriously, it kicked me out. It kicked me out as well. So yeah, the time was up. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you. Let me check that. Networking and virtual switch and vSwitch0 and in the port groups and then management network port there. So VM network and management network port, but let me just explain that in the diagram first. So the port group and then the management network port, which is actually port that lets us connect remotely. So there are purposes of these port groups as well. These are available in all virtual switches. The purpose of the port group is to connect one virtual machine to another virtual machine. Suppose there's another virtual machine here. And obviously, when you create a virtual machine inside, which we are about to create, so each virtual machine will have their virtual network card as well, right? Virtual network card. So they need to connect to each other and to the outside network. So how do they do that? Obviously, they need to connect with a network somewhere. So this is a standard switch. Virtual machines automatically connects to the standard switch, and so this means that they can connect to each other with the standard switch. But if they want to connect to the internet, so obviously standard switch is connected to the physical network card, this full physical machine, and physical network card in turn obviously is connected to some physical switch outside, right? So obviously outside it will be a data center, so physical switch will be there and it will be connected to that. Then from physical switch, it is connected to another network card, and that's the story with everyone. They're all connected to a physical switch from outside, and that's how virtual machines here, virtual machines in this hypervisor, they're all connected to each other through the virtual standard switch. And then if you want to connect with each other across the hypervisors or across the internet, then they are connected to from standard switch to the physical network card, to the physical switch, and either to the other hypervisor or to another physical switch and the router and the internet, ISP, right? So standard switch is there to offer networking connection, right? And that's created by default. There's another thing called data store. So obviously we have disk here, one 200 GB disk we created. Production environments in companies, they have like 10, 20, 30 disks here in each hypervisor. But we have a disk in each hypervisor. On top, as soon as you install a hypervisor, it formats and partitions this disk. The VMware hypervisor formats and partitions this disk. So that partition is called data store. Data store, right? So this partition is called data store, and the file system is VMFS or VMware file system. With VMFS, it is formatted, the disk is formatted, and a partition is created where you can put data, VMware virtual machine data you can put here, but it has to be formatted with VMFS file system, which is VMware file system, and the partition is called data store. So how many stores or how many partitions you've created, we can say that, suppose there are two partitions created, C drive, D drive, suppose. So this means in a VMware language, we are saying we have two data stores created here, C drive and D drive. We don't refer it to as C drive, D drive because it's Linux based here. But if in Windows, you see C drive, D drive, E drive, so that's how we call it data stores here. So by default, a standard switch is created in a hypervisor when the hypervisor is installed first time, and a data store is created on a disk. So virtual machines can see this disk. Suppose this is not created with VMFS. Anyone knows what is this? NTFS. File system for which product? Which company? Easy.
New
That's
technology.
Windows. Exactly. For Linux, right?
No.
It is for
Windows.
Exactly. It is for Windows. This file system is for Windows. So this file system is for VMware, right? Suppose you have formatted this disk with NTFS file system. So the virtual machine cannot see this disk even. So it cannot use the storage. It has to be formatted with VMware file system for the virtual machine to see it, right? And we're going to do that too. So yeah, the two things we need to understand before we go discussing hypervisors is that the standard switch gets created automatically when you install hypervisor, and a data store gets created on the storage automatically when you install hypervisors. So guys, let's take a small break 744, 54,
Excuse me, sir.
804. Yeah.
Sorry, before the break, can you repeat just the last thing that you did say, because your voice is not clear.
Sir, it's better for you to first maybe restart your network or your PC, because the class, few things are clear, others we don't hear them. So it's better you first restart your internet or your PC, then maybe you repeat again.
Okay, sure. Well, then I will repeat the whole thing again after the break.
Yes, yes.
And I'll repeat this whole thing, but before I start after the break, I will first restart.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Coming back. What time?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So it's going to be 8:05. Yep. Okay. So muting and pausing.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
When I try to change the DNS configuration in my other two hypervisor, I am not able to enter there. And it's always prompting to the new password change. I tried multiple times. I don't know what is happening there.
I think you forgot the password, or you
No,
did.
the password is the same. Like I
It's
entered
not.
there, and when I click the down arrow, it's again prompting to the configuration of the password, the first option.
So
I think you can try pressing escape on that button if it asks
Yeah, I
you.
tried escape, and again it's going back, and it's again coming to the password changing prompt.
So anyone can help, or it's in ESXi 1 or 2?
And one it's fine. For 2 and 3, I'm having this issue. Not able to enter there. I don't know. I tried to close it and open again, but still showing the same.
Can you close your screen on 2?
Okay.
Oh, 3.59.
Yeah, it cannot change that.
I hope your class password is the same as mine.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, I'm not able to go to the down arrow, and when I click there, it's going to the first option only.
then something wrong with your keyboard or something, because you're saying that you cannot go down arrow like this.
Yeah.
Did you put the mouse on this screen like this?
Yeah, it's already on there. Yeah.
Well, then how can I access your computer and keyboard especially to do that? Because I'm able to do that. So close those windows and open it again, put the mouse there, and then try to use the keyboard to download. That's what I can suggest, because this is something related to hardware. I'm able to do all this. That is very strange. Or you can restart the machine and then try again.
Okay. Try.
Okay. And you can ask others as well. I'll be on the break with others. If they're not, then
Okay. Thank you.
they can help. I'm not sure. All right, guys. So I'll be restarting right away, and then we'll start the class again. Hopefully, you understand what I said.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I hope it makes a difference because now I have to explain a lot of stuff, and if explanation is not good, then I don't know what to do. We can call today, and next class we can cover everything. Or and yeah, this Monday we're having makeup class as well. Okay, and let me start first.
Still breaking up a little bit, so you might need to speak maybe slower.
Okay. I am restarting my machine. Restarting my machine. Hello guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, sharing the screen and starting recording. Oh, stop recording. Wow, it's still recording. Okay, yeah, you guys were here, that's fine. Okay, so you're able to see my screen as well? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. So hopefully my voice is clearer now. So let's get going. Yeah, what I was saying before, I'll repeat that. And okay, so oh man, my diagram. Okay, so I'll just put one more here. So what I had explained about the switches. So so if we have the machines here that are hypervisor machines, there are few things that we need to know about them. One is that each hypervisor, so I'm just gonna write it here. When we install hypervisor for the first time, so two things by default happen, right? So two things by default happen. One is that a standard switch gets installed automatically, and second is um, a data store on the local disk gets installed automatically. So I'll just put that here in the slide because I need to uh, put some more stuff here as well. Okay, so here two things happen. One is a standard switch gets installed. Second thing is that so a standard switch has and what it has, port group and and management network port. But there was another name for that I'm going to be putting it there again. In fact, it's in the diagram here. Yeah, a port group and management network port. So it's the port is, yeah, a port group and management network. But there's another name for that, which I will tell when we are exploring the features of the switch. So port group, what does it do? Port group, uh, it is so it offers networking to the virtual machines, right? And management network port, management network port, that is. So I'll just put that. Uh, it offers remote connectivity and management of the hypervisor. So what happens is hypervisor. What happens is that when we are right now remotely connected to a hypervisor, right? If I go to the diagram here, so from Chrome browser, right? So it's Chrome. We are remotely connected. We are remotely connected to this hypervisor. We are remotely connected to this hypervisor. We are remotely connected to this hypervisor, right? How are we able to do that? We are able to do that thanks to the standard switch that is already installed in all hypervisors. So that standard switch, standard virtual switch, that is standard virtual switch. This is a standard virtual switch, and when the hypervisor is installed switch 0. Okay, are you able to hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Yes, you can.
Switch.
Okay, so it's the vSwitch 0, Control A, Control C. So this vSwitch 0 gets installed automatically in each
Sorry, sir.
hypervisor. Yeah.
I'm not able to see your screen.
Oh, guys,
I
we're not able.
can.
We can see it. We can see the screen. I can see it.
So Siza, everyone
Siza,
can see the screen. How come
you
you're
want
not?
to log out and log in again? Maybe that will help.
So Siza, try to log out, log in.
Okay.
So we have vSwitch 0, and vSwitch 0 has connectivity. Now, obviously, each network card here, so each hypervisor here has a physical network card, right? And that physical network card, so this is FINIC. I will just quickly type here physical. So FINIC, this is physical network card, right? And FINIC, right? So that is physical network card. And when there is a virtual standard switch, it automatically connects to the physical NIC when the hypervisor gets installed, right? So if there are virtual machines here, two virtual machines are here, right? So these two virtual machines need to connect to each other and to the outside world, to the internet as well, right? So the virtual machine here has a virtual NIC. Okay, I'll be writing all that. So this is a VM, virtual machine, right? This is virtual machine, and this is VNIC. So this is virtual NIC, VNIC, virtual NICs. These two are virtual NICs, right? So virtual machine needs to connect to each other and to the outside world. So through their virtual NIC, they connect to the virtual standard switch, right? And virtual standard switch is connected to a physical NIC, and physical NIC is obviously connected to what? Physical switch, right? So physical NIC is connected to physical switch. And obviously this one also has a physical network card. So these physical NICs are connected to physical switch here, obviously, right? And the physical switch is connected to router. So that's obviously a physical router. Physical router. Right. And physical router is connected to ISP. Anyone knows what is ISP?
Internet service provider.
Exactly, which is like Rogers or Bell, right? So this physical switch is connected to physical router, or maybe another physical switch and then the router, and it is connected to ISP or internet service provider. And obviously through that, everyone is connected to internet then. So that would be this, right? So as soon as we create a virtual machine inside a hypervisor, then that virtual machine has to connect to virtual switch. And then data could be coming and going through that virtual switch to the virtual machine connect to each other or to the outside world. Obviously, there are virtual machines on each hypervisor. So there are virtual machines here, there are virtual machines here, and obviously they all have the Samosa as well. Oh, I mean network card as well, here and here, right? And so we get the idea that, okay, yeah, they're all connected like this. So virtual network card here and here. So that's how the networking of a hypervisor is, created automatically. A virtual standard switch is already there, right? Second thing is that there is a data store. So obviously each hypervisor has a physical disk. This is a physical disk. Maybe 2 physical disks, 10 physical disks, 15 physical disks, right? So that is called phi disk. Phi disk. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. So this is the phi disk, and that physical disk. So that physical disk is connected to. Now, when the hypervisor gets installed, automatically it is formatted with NTFS file system. So NTFS file system, it is formatted with. We're installing hypervisor. Actually, it is formatting the disk with NTFS file system. Oops. And when the partition gets created, that partition is called data store, right? That's what I was saying before. So that partition is, so first of all, it's partitioned with NTFS file system, formatted with NTFS file system. Then a partition gets created on the disk, and that partition has to be there if you want the virtual machine to see and use the disk. Obviously, virtual machine has to be installed on a disk, right? So if the disk is formatted with NTFS file system, and if there is a data store created on top of it, so this partition is actually called our data store. I'm running out of space now. So data store. So this data store is this partition. So if there is a data store, VMware data store is created on a disk, the virtual machine can see it. If there is no data store on the disk, virtual machine cannot see it and cannot use it, obviously. So automatically a partition called data store is created, and that would be that's how the virtual machine can use the disk because they are formatted with NTFS file system, and the partition is created called data store, right? So two things that I wanted to tell.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sir. For virtual machine for ESXi, it should be NTFS or VMFS. I just confused about that because this virtual machine, all of them are ESXi. So
Okay, let me explain that. I took some effort to create this diagram, so I will try to save it first, and we can show that later as well. Yeah, so to your question, so when you install an operating system inside a virtual machine, inside, a virtual machine. So that OS, yes. Suppose you install a VMware, a Windows operating system here, right? Or Linux operating system, whichever you want to install. When you install an OS here, so there's always a virtual disk in the virtual machine as well, right? So if it's a Windows operating system, it will be formatted with, this virtual machine will be formatted with NTFS file system. But we are talking about the physical server that has hypervisor installed on top of it. Hypervisor is a Linux, Linux-based operating system, right? So it's not an operating system as well. So hypervisor is Linux-based, and the only job of hypervisor is to host virtual machines. Now, this hypervisor is Linux-based, so it can only be installed on a physical disk of an empty physical server if it is formatted with NTFS. So when it comes to hypervisor of VMware, it needs, oh, whoa, okay, sorry. Guys, I think it's dinner time and my brain is like doing misfunction. So I was thinking, why are you saying NTFS? It is supposed to be VMFS. Then now I realize that I made a mistake here, and sorry about that. It is VMFS, not NTFS. Why did I put that? Seriously, thank you for that. Thank you. It is
So the
VMFS.
physical, it's also VMFS. And the
Yeah,
physical
it is
disk?
VMFS. It's never NTFS. Last time actually I put VMFS, and now I by mistake I put the NTFS because I was talking about NTFS before, so I can maybe I'm confused and I just this kept in my mind. So sorry about that, and thank you for correcting. It's not NTFS, it's VMFS exactly. Okay, it's VMFS. That's why I was thinking, hey, why are you saying NTFS? It cannot be NTFS. Okay, so it's me. So it's VMFS. Okay, so I have to add VM here. So yes, all those disks have to be VMFS because VMware virtual machines will only detect the disk if it is VMFS. If it is NTFS, obviously VMware will not detect that. Windows will detect that, and we're not installing Windows directly on the physical machine. So yeah, it was never NTFS. NTFS is here. If you install Windows here, then yes, it has to be formatted with the NTFS. But when it comes to VMware hypervisor, it has to be VMFS or VMware file system, right? So the diagram was, which I copied was wrong as well. It's VMFS, not NTFS, and my mistake. Sorry about that. I'll just remove that. What's wrong with me? Okay. So if we go ahead, so the point was that before we start talking about the configuration of VMware, so you should know that standard switch gets installed automatically. A standard switch has port group and VM kernel port. Finally, that name arrived, VM kernel port. So there are two ports that gets added to the standard virtual switch, and I'm gonna put that here. Where am I talking about port group and VM port? So when you install a hypervisor, a port group, a standard switch gets created, and a port group inside the standard switch gets created. And one more thing gets created, which is VM kernel port. So what is the function of a standard switch? Standard switch obviously provides network. Okay, then what is the function of port group and VM kernel port? Port group provides networking to virtual machines. Okay, I'm gonna type here. It offers networking to the virtual machine. So if virtual machines are connected to each other through networking, they are actually connected to a port group. And I'm going to prove that when we are actually doing the lab. Then what is VM kernel port for? VM kernel port is, it offers, so overall, what is the VM kernel port for? It offers networking to VMware advanced features like vMotion, which is migration of virtual machines, right? Fault tolerance, FT, and then virtual SAN, vSAN. So there are many features, etc. There are many features, many advanced features of VMware that for which networking is needed. So you want to configure vMotion, the networking side of vMotion needs to be configured. So VM kernel port is responsible for the networking side of all the advanced features. If you want to configure vMotion, you have to create a VM kernel port, and it will cover all the networking side of the migration or vMotion feature, right? So there are port group that simply offers networking to virtual machines. There is VM kernel port that simply offers networking to advanced features of VMware, right? And they are part of the standard switch. Management network port is one of the VM kernel ports. It has a special function. Management network port has a special function. What? If we want to remotely connect to any hypervisor, that is because a VM kernel port called management network is here already available. Management network. So this management network VM kernel port is there. That's why we are able to connect remotely to a hypervisor. If this is not there, we cannot remotely connect to a hypervisor at all, right? So by default, when a standard switch is created, then a VM kernel port is created and a management network port is all automatically created. So we could remotely connect to the hypervisor, right? So that's the purpose of management network port. And it is essentially a VM kernel port. VM kernel port offers networking to advanced features of VMware. Yeah, you were saying?
That's like the console port on a physical switch.
Console port, it's like a console port. You know, console port's only purpose is to let you connect from a laptop to go inside the device, right?
Correct.
So, yes. So yes, you can say, oh yeah, management network port. Yes, that specifically can be an analogy for console port as well, because console port lets you access physically to a switch, and here it lets us access remotely to a whole hypervisor. So if you want remote access to a hypervisor, this management network VM kernel port better be there. If it is not there, it is disabled. We cannot remotely connect to a hypervisor. Cool. Okay. So actually, this is the updated diagram. I'll just put that here. And I'll put it here in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat, as well as in our Teams chat. Okay. So here, when we're talking about that, so you need to just remember the whole diagram, because that would help you clarify right away that what's what. Okay, now let's go back to our machine, and here, oh yeah, I did not open that, so I'm just going to open my console after a restart. And Control-Alt-Delete, log in. So we were connected to ESXi1 hypervisor, right? So I'm going to again connect to my ESXi1 hypervisor, and So what I was talking about that, yes, there is automatically networking components created when you install a hypervisor for the first time, and automatically storage components created when you install a hypervisor for the first time. Now here, but we're going to go and explore what else is inside the hypervisor. So if I click manage here, right? So there is manage, and it has that system tab. In the system tab, you can do advanced settings. Obviously, the name says it is advanced. Auto start. Auto start is that if you want any virtual machine to automatically start when you start a hypervisor. So suppose this hypervisor is, you know what, I just wanted you to think, whenever I talk about hypervisor, always think of it and imagine it, but that's the reality. It's a physical server we're talking about, right? So hypervisor always gets installed on a physical server. So I'll try to use this diagram just for you to imagine it correctly. We're not talking about virtual machine. In a production environment, it will be a physical server. So these are all hypervisors live on physical servers, right? And I will just quickly upgrade this to my, oh, okay. So these are physical servers, just think about it that way, right? Okay, now suppose this physical server crashes, and I would need this diagram later as well. So I will just add it to my set of diagrams, although it's messy, but it confirms all the concepts. I'm just adding it on the other side to my OneNote. Okay, so here, if the physical server restarts, right? So all the machines that are living on top of a physical server, they will be effectively disconnected. Or if some advanced feature is, installed, then it could be migrated, or it could be failed over, right? So the thing is that if the physical server restarts, then virtual machines will restart. So now this feature here that we are talking about, auto start, you want the virtual machines to automatically start if the physical server restarts again. So if this physical server, suppose restarts, all the machines are down, when it is fully restarted again, do you want all the virtual machines to start automatically, or do you want to remotely connect to that server and power on one by one all the virtual machines yourself? So this is that setting. By default, what happens is that if a physical server, suppose, shuts down and starts again, so by default, virtual machines do not start. You have to remotely connect and power them on one by one. But you can change that setting to no, I want the machines to be. So you can say that enabled is no. But if enabled is yes, then you can decide that, oh, do you want each virtual machine to start 120 seconds after the other machine or not, right? So this is just that setting. Now, the problem with that is, suppose you say that no, whenever physical server restarts, please restart my virtual machines automatically. So the problem with that is that, suppose this is a SQL server, this is a heavy machine, right? Suppose this is a web server. Suppose there's another virtual machine that is a file server. Some of the machines take more RAM and CPU to start. Some of the machines take less RAM and CPU. Suppose this is a very, very critical machine, some critical machine with a critical application here, right? If you say that, oh, I want to restart all the machines automatically when the server had a restart. So the problem is that the most critical machine that you want up right away may take much, much longer time to start, because all the machines are starting at the same time. They're all competing for the RAM and CPU at the same time. So the most critical machine that you want started first might take much longer time, and less critical machines, suppose this is not as critical as this one, this might start first because it took the RAM and CPU more, and this might start later, which you really want it started first. So yes, you can also prioritize. You can reserve CPU and RAM for only this machine first. That first this machine will start, then any machine will start. You can schedule that too. So some administrators keep this feature off, that I'm gonna remotely connect and power on myself quickly, or others keep it on, but then they prioritize that which machine will restart first if the whole hypervisor restarted. So that's the discussion about that. So yeah, this is that option, but this is in hypervisor, right? We will be actually working on vCenter, which is much more advanced and complicated, right? So this same setting will be there as well, but with more options. Then I'm going to show you what are those options. But anyway, a swap file is that just like if the disk space, if the RAM is suppose there is a disk here, right? And you ran out of memory, or you ran out of RAM. Suppose it was 32 GB RAM, and all the RAM is used up now. All the applications are loaded here. So some portion of the disk can be used as RAM, right? So this is actually a disk, but some portions of this can be used as RAM. So this is called page file in Windows, and this is called swap file in Linux, right? So it says you want to handle some of the settings of the swap file. It's always recommended that let the machine handle the swap file management. Time and date. This is NTP, Network Time Protocol, NTP, Network Time Protocol. So it's responsible. This protocol is responsible for correcting the time of your hypervisor and correcting the time of all the virtual machines. If suppose some of the virtual machines time is not correct, then it will not receive some of the networking services. So time has to be correct for all the machines in order for them to receive network services, right? So it's connected to, so wrong time means no network service or disrupted network service. So you have to make sure that timing is correct and network time protocol has the correct time. So when you create a new virtual machine, it will have the correct time as well, right? And hardware, when we go there, so there's PCI devices and power management. So yeah, that's just if it detects underlying hardware, then it will say that, okay, we have this hardware and that motherboard and that processor and that chipset. But if this is on a virtual environment, so it's not going to detect anything properly with PCI devices, at least. When it comes to power management, yes, do you want full power for better services or balanced power provided to the physical server? So, it would save some electricity or hydro bills, as well as let the machine perform well. So it's all about power and performance and hydro bills. Licensing, obviously you have to purchase license. Right now it is Tuesday, December 5, 2023. So till December, this hypervisor has the license. Anyone whose date is different from this is the day it's gonna stop working. So do you have any different date than mine? Mine is December 5.
Mine is on the 9th.
Oh, December 9? Okay. Anyone else is different?
After that date, what happens?
Well, it will expire and you have to either reinstall or put the license. So yeah, now suppose you want the license key for this. Do you know where to get it from? It is free for you. Okay, Mayank says in the chat December 5 as well. Where can you get the free license key for vCenter and hypervisor? Do you know that?
No.
You hurt my feelings now. Oh, just kidding. Okay, so here, see this, guys. This is for everyone. Please, you should be able to log in from D2L Brightspace. If not, follow up with your course coordinator or and tech support. Any one of you is able to log in from D2L Brightspace? I think on the first class we talked about this, right? So anyone is able to log in, or no one is able to log in? Oh, no one?
Able to log in.
I believe I was able to do it.
Login, sir.
If you can type yes or no in the chat, I would know. Because everyone spoke at the same time. So can you type in the chat yes? So Mayank says yes. Olibody says yes. Asad says yes. Tarani says yes. Danilo, yes. Arif, yes. Kitama, no. There's a no as well. Oyadil, yes. Amin, yes. Okay. So majority are able to connect to D2L. Kitama, you have to contact the course coordinator. Mehdi says yes. And Huda, yes. So, and ask that I need access to D2L Brightspace. Okay, one more thing, guys. It is a good thing Herbert says no. Okay, two guys says no. So you have to talk to, course coordinator and, ask for D2L Brightspace. Guys, when you, Kalishi says yes. If you log into this, you can request the key for, I hope it remembers my password. You have to request the key for the VMware software, and it takes like, I think 1 week or so, but you have to follow up with the process. So you have to check that where to go and order the key, my order history. You can go there, but explore the options, and there you can get the key and access to VMware book, as well as at the end of the course voucher. So you must have access to that. Try to start requesting the key this weekend, now, today, whatever. Okay. So that said, make use of this subscription and try to take benefit of it. Okay, guys. So we're going to be going to, yeah. So license, this is obviously you purchase the license or you get the license and you can add the key here and then maybe for 1 year. By the way, that key that you get from D2L is for 2 years. So that's amazing. Okay, packages.
Sir, which license do you require over here? Because on the D2L page, we have got like vCenter server, vSAN, NSX, vRealize, multiple options.
It's a vCenter and hypervisor, but you can request pretty much key for anything. Very important would be the VMware Workstation Pro. So Asad, you can actually lead them all. You can request the key and maybe put in the MS Word file a process. First go there and check this, and then the email will come. Right. Thank you for that. And you can share with others as well. Many students will be confused. So thank you for that. Okay. Okay. So packages here would be okay. Let me just go there. And one day, Monday or Sunday, packages will open. So packages here, basically what it is that you want to install any update, first of all, or any kind of, so vRealize is a separate application. Maybe there's a storage related software that you want to put. So there are so many Linux VMware based packages here that you can go to the vmware.com site, download it, then install it here and add it to the hypervisor. So you can do it from here. Services, very, very important area. That's where, all the services for this particular hypervisor work. I mean, you see that you were able to connect from, where's my, okay, maybe there. Yeah. See this? So you were able to connect to any of those you were able to connect here, right? When we put F2 and then we put root password. So you can actually block that from services as well. If you disable that service, it will be blocked and you won't be able to connect to that. So that's there are those services here for storage, for networking, for so those services you can start or stop, right? So that happens here if it loads today. What's wrong with it, man? Okay, I'll just okay, that's storage and then go manage again. Wow, it's stubborn. You're kidding me. Oh, it's thinking on everyone now. All right, maybe the underlying vCloud from Humber is slower. Is it open for you guys? Anyone?
Yeah, it's working for me.
Hey.
No.
It's slow for me too. The thing is just.
Okay. For some, it's loading.
It's
For many, it is
down
loading.
here.
Oh, okay. Oh, Kelechi says your VM might be suspended. Man, yes, could be. Yeah, I was looking at that and then I just went away. Seriously, if the VM console is not clickable, it's actually suspended. And why? Never lease never expires. Actually, when lease time finishes, oh, 3 minutes. See this, guys? 4 minutes my lease time remaining. So how to extend lease? Actions, and lease was here. Renew lease, this one.
Renew lease.
Yeah. So renew lease and just save. Don't do anything else. Save. And it might change, or maybe it started already, the lease. Or renew lease, save. Oh yeah, 6 days now. Right. So would have been suspended in 4 minutes and 3 minutes, right? But now it's 6 days. So yeah, whenever you notice that the lease is finishing, just actions and renew lease here, right? Okay. So yeah, that was a disruption on my side. So it was suspended. Now it's back. So I'll just close that and go back to. Thank you, Kelechi, for identifying this. Whoa, seriously? Everything else is loading, but not services. Okay, I'll refresh the browser. What? Okay, let me just go to services and one day, Monday, oh, there you go. So guys, that area that we connect to, there's a running service or daemon here. We also call it daemon or daemon, right? For Linux guys, this is services are called daemon. And there's Halloween coming as well. Oh, okay, anyway. So yeah, DCUI here is direct console user interface. So what is this DCUI? Anyone knows? This is this area. So this area is called DCUI, Direct Console User Interface, right? DCUI, Direct Console User Interface. If I stop this service, obviously I won't be able to log in from F2 root and password, right? So this service should be running. So we can actually close many of the critical services that are running for this particular hypervisor, right? So these services are here. And then security and users. So there is authentication, and that says that, hey, you want to connect this hypervisor to Active Directory. Remember that we have Active Directory in our Win01 here, right? In this machine, we have an Active Directory here. So if you want to connect this hypervisor to an Active Directory, yes, you can do that. But what's the benefit of that? So in Active Directory, you have, suppose, hundreds of users there, John, Bob, Sally, right? All the users there. So once you connect it to Active Directory, then you can give access to any of the Active Directory users into this hypervisor. So you will only connect hypervisor to Active Directory if you want Active Directory users to get access here. We're going to do that when we install vCenter, right? Then we're going to do that. We're going to connect vCenter to Active Directory. ONK. So if we go back here, yeah, join domain or all that. This join domain is actually VMware domain. I'm going to show you that as well. Microsoft also has the terminology of domain, but it is a VMware domain, and VMware also has the terminology of domain. So this is VMware one. So here certificates, if you purchase that certificate, remember that we are getting that HTTPS, this one. So not secure, right? So if you go to CA or certificate authority, as we saw before, and go to DigiCert or GoDaddy.com, DigiCert.com, many others, and Trust.com. So you can purchase a certificate for this particular server, and then you can download the certificate in the environment, import new certificate from here and add it. Then this will go away and there will be a lock sign here or a green sign here, right? But you have to purchase that certificate, right? Then there's users, and you can see that this is the user we logged in from in supervisor administrator. You can create
Something happened
those
and you're
windows
breaking
here.
up a lot.
We lost last 15-20 seconds.
Okay, are you able to hear me correctly?
Yeah, currently it's fine.
Okay, so what I was saying was that this, yeah, here, security users and then users. So we have just one user here, and that user is having the role of administrator. But you can create here more users on the hypervisor level, right? Suppose you create a more users, so the roles are here: administrator role, anonymous role, no access, no cryptography administrator, no trusted infrastructure administrator, read only, trusted infrastructure administrator, and view. So these are all the explanation for what the role is about. But you can create many users here and give them whatever role you want to give. And there is a lockdown mode here as well, which just gives extra access security. So lockdown mode is what? So with lockdown mode, you can connect directly from DCUI, right? Let me put that with some other. So there is DCUI, direct console user interface, and there is browser access, right? Remote browser access. Okay, which color I give? Yeah, this. So there is remote browser access and there is DCUI. So lockdown mode means that you cannot connect from DCUI anymore. You can only connect remotely here. So lockdown mode tries to disable one of the ways to access the machine, right? That is like for extra security. When we install vCenter later, then I'm going to show you more features of lockdown mode. But lockdown mode just means that now we can access two ways our hypervisor, this way and this way, right? Lockdown mode would disable one of those ways. So you can then be able to log in remotely, but not from DCUI unless you disable lockdown mode again, right? But we're going to configure it when we install vCenter. Is the voice okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, these are all the manage related. Then there's monitor, and monitor has performance, which is CPU, memory, network, and disk performance. So that is live performance right now. How much of disk, CPU, memory, and network is being used real time, right? So that's very good. With default colors as well, you can change the colors as well. And for last hour or maybe last week or last month, it will change. It's a new machine now, so that's why just last hour. Hardware, it actually detects the sensors as well. So sensor for CPU, which senses that what is the performance of the CPU, how much load is going to the CPU, and is it heating up. So these are hardware sensors. Obviously, if this hypervisor was installed on top of a hardware, then it would have detected and given you some report of how CPU and other hardware is performing. But it's on a virtual environment, so it's not doing that. So storage also, it cannot detect the hardware storage, so it cannot give you some reports on that. If we go for events, obviously whatever event happened with a timestamp, it's going to with a date and time, it's going to show you that who logged in. So root logged in from this IP on this day and time, right? So that's just events. And tasks, if there are any tasks that are there, refresh services was used here, so that task was performed. So it gives you the date and time for that too. And logs. So anyone knows what's a log file used for? What is the purpose of a log file?
It record all the events.
Yeah. So the purpose of a log file is to record events with timestamp. So there are log files for vCenter that it will store here. vCenter, obviously we haven't talked about it because first we are exploring the rest of the environment. But vCenter, as we know already, once we deploy this appliance or virtual machine with a vCenter inside, it will control the whole VMware environment. All virtual machines it will control, all security, storage, and networking, performance, everything will be controlled from vCenter, right? When we install vCenter later. So here, when this hypervisor connects to the vCenter, so any activity between the hypervisor and vCenter, this particular hypervisor will be logged here, vCenter agent log, VMware observer daemon log, and there are many other types, VM kernel warning logs, VM kernel event daemon log. So all kinds of events are categorized here: fault tolerance related log file, DHCP related log file, authentication related log file. So you want to check what kind of events are happening on this hypervisor. Then you can connect to the log files and check with a timestamp as well, right?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry. So what's the difference now between the logs and events? Because the events also record the events that happened.
Yeah, so these are, we can say, major events, or the events that are affecting this hypervisor critically. Especially it's a login events, you can see that that is happening. But what are the categories that only show here? Right now it is just login, who logged in at what time is the only event that it's showing. Maybe there's an error that occurs, so runtime. but these log files are very detailed, and it has much longer list of what can be recorded here. So it will be critical. Here it will be detailed. Yeah.
Sorry, sir. I think the events is the log files for each user, but the log is the log recorded events for the system.
Yes, exactly. We can say that too, because but what happens is that any event for error or application also comes here. But log files, you have to go for detailed error messages there. Event might not show you everything, but sometimes system events are also here other than the user events.
Okay.
So other than that, yeah, this is just categorized accordingly, that just the vCenter events here and just the observer daemon events here. So it's much more details. Okay. And then there's notification here. So yeah, if there was any notification or alert created by the hypervisor, then it would be coming here. Right now, there's none. So there's a virtual machine here as well. And virtual machine, obviously we can create a virtual machine in hypervisor. That's the main purpose of the hypervisor, to create a virtual machine, to host a virtual machine, right? And virtual machine needs storage, obviously, and needs networking. So that's why these are the two critical components that are already here, right? So we're on the virtual machine. Let's go ahead and create a virtual machine, right? And I'm going to click that create /register, and create a new virtual machine is here. Obviously we can go ahead, but then there is OVF or OVA file as well. Deploy a virtual machine from an OVF or OVA file. So this is if you want to import a virtual machine from outside of this environment, or this outside of this hypervisor. If you want to import a virtual machine, then you go for OVA or OVF format. We're going to be having a lab on that too. And then register an existing virtual machine, which is that if you have imported the virtual machine and you want to start it now, so you need to register it. Basically, when you import it, it automatically gets registered. Unless if it's not registered, then this option guides you through registering a virtual machine that already exists on a data source. So suppose you put it there, but you never started it, so it's not registered. So you can register as well, but I never had to use this option before as well. So I'm going to go back to create a new virtual machine. And next, obviously it's going to be your first name, VM01. And there, so compatibility ESXi7 UI virtual machine. So this is update 1. So yes, this is the one, but guest OS. So there is guest OS, and guest OS could be anything. I'm just going to go for Windows and select guest OS version. So there is, we can just put any guest system, because we are right now creating a empty virtual machine just to see all the options and features of virtual machine creation. So I'm going to go for Windows 10. In fact, you know what? Let me check what we have. We have actually Windows 2019, right? We had that Windows 2019 here. So suppose we select Windows Server 2019 here, right? This is just going to load the drivers of this operating system, the universal drivers of this operating system. The plan was to install an operating system, but I see that we are running out of time here. But let me check one more thing. If we can have an ISO of this operating system. Hey, do we have internet connection here? If I go to CNN or Microsoft, obviously we don't have that, because what I wanted to do was, let me just explain first what I'm trying to say here, that we can install operating system inside a virtual machine. For this, we need to put ISO of the Windows or Linux operating system in the data store of this hypervisor. This data store, the virtual machine can see and access as well. So if we upload an ISO to the data store, then this virtual machine, when we are creating a new empty virtual machine and we browse to check where's the ISO, so this virtual machine can see whatever is in the local data store here, right? So that's the purpose. I was saying that if we have an ISO in this hypervisor, then we can just simply upload it to the data store of this hypervisor here, right? So if I'm just checking that, can I, if we don't have internet, then obviously we cannot download the ISO here. And we have in the DVD, we have actually the, oh no, we don't have. So we can attach a, operating system here as well. Let me just check once that if we can attach an operating system. If the operating system is attached, yes, we can. But does it show us that it can be copied inside this Windows as a ISO or not? I don't think we can copy other than internet. I don't think we can. Or we can add a second network card here to this machine after shutting it down. And when the internet comes, I think we did that. We did add second network card, right? Did we? No, we didn't. Okay, we'll try that too, just to get internet so we could download ISO. If ISO is downloaded here, we can upload it to here, in that hypervisor, in the storage area, we can upload it. Last batch also, I was trying that and it was giving me issue in the vCloud environment, but we needed an ISO. So, okay, one more try I can do is this, how to get an ISO this machine. If I go here, Win10 and go down, let me just try it first, guys. Insert media. I'm going to go to in the Win01 insert media. I did add an ISO of operating system here as well. Yeah, this 2019, you can see ISO. If I select that and insert, I'm just checking, guys, and then go back to the virtual machine. Can I copy that ISO inside a virtual machine? That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so ISO is here. No, it just goes inside the whole thing. Can we convert these files to an ISO? Long shot, right? Or first thing is how to get inside the ISO here. The Windows geniuses here can also figure out. And the second thing is let's just get internet and download an ISO, because I need to show you how to, if I go to the diagram, what I need to show you, how to install a virtual machine and how to install a operating system inside a virtual machine, which is inside a hypervisor, right? And you need to have an ISO on the data store here in order to attach it to the virtual machine to install Windows inside, right? Do we understand the scenario? Yes. Okay, thank you for the reply. So what I can do is I'll try to add a second network card to this guy. In order to do that, I need to shut down this Win01 and I will add a second network card, which should give us internet connection. And I'll power it on and check if I have internet connection or not, right? So let's do that first. If it doesn't, then we can create an empty virtual machine then, obviously, no choice. So plan is to get an ISO from internet. So I'm shutting down and adding a second network card here. I'll go power off. Okay, once it is powered off, I'm going to go to details and go to NICs. And I'm going to add one more NIC. Edit and new. So details, NICs, and then edit and new. So one more network card gets added. I'll just change it to VMNEC. This
We lost you. We lost you. We lost you. Lost you there.
Lost you
There you
means
go.
you can. You're able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's just the voice, but you're back.
Okay, I need to pick internet connection. Okay,
I
here.
can clearly hear you.
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, now yes.
Okay, but
But
I
just
hope you're able to
for
follow me.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna click save. So I hope even if my voice is coming up and down, hopefully you're able to follow my lab steps. I think my network card has been on my machine. Action, power on, right?
Sorry, can you show that once again? How did you add the NIC? VM?
Yes, it is. If the Win10 is shut down, then go to details and then go to NICs, then go to edit, then click new. That's it. But once you click new, then you have to change the adapter type to VMX Net 3 and network type to this internet one. Then save. Because my machine is up, so I cannot save now. I'll close it. So I'm going to connect to my VM console just to check.
Do we make that one a primary NIC or we leave it as it is?
No, leave it as it is. It can be secondary NIC. I think it gives us internet now. Well, the yellow triangle is still there. I'll try with the browser and check Microsoft website if it opens that. Local server. Yeah, I have 2 internet network cards in NICs. Oh, see this SciComp Ethernet 1. Oh man, I got an IP from okay. Yeah, I got someone else's DHCP IP. You know what? We should all disable DHCP. Then we will get IP from Humber DHCP. How about that? Actually, then we can temporarily disable DHCP, everyone. So you can go to tools, DHCP. How to disable DHCP? I think many of you are not here yet.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Please, in the chat box, I sent a picture. If you can see it, how I can see my virtual machines now. I added the second network card, and I need to return to the machines to power on.
Oh yeah.
Top left side.
See this? If you see my screen, you can click this.
Data center, yeah.
And you will see. Now you will see your machines.
Just a minute. Just
so,
1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Details. Yeah, you have to click this. It does not?
No, I'm not able to see this virtual machine. I don't have this tab.
Oh no, scroll up. Scroll down, scroll up. So when you scroll up, it's all virtual machines written here.
Sorry, in your left hand you have this all virtual machines.
Yes.
Yes,
you don't?
I don't have it.
So guys, how are you going back then?
Just yes.
I did have it. I do have it.
I see it now. I see it now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, now Arif has shared a. Oh, Arif says that unable to perform this action, contact your cloud administrator. Arif, did you make sure that the machine is fully shut down? If it is not fully shut down, you cannot add second network card. But guys, I did not get any benefit of this because I'm getting IP from everyone's DHCP. So Humber IP, I'm not getting. So unless we all disable our DHCP temporarily, I don't think anyone will get internet connection then. So if we all do that, so are you ready how to disable DHCP? Shall I show you? Are you back in? Then you can do it, right?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Sorry, how we can do it, please, sir?
Yeah, the DHCP disabling?
Yes. From tools, we choose the HCP then.
Tools, open DHCP.
Okay.
Coming here. Yeah, now the DHCP open. So everyone following? Yes. Okay, thank you for the reply.
My server is starting, but I write down it. Okay.
Oh, okay. So one day, Monday or Sunday, DHCP will open. Oh, there it is. So it's very simple. Just select the server DHCP. Okay. And first, let me just right click on this. If I click unauthorize, it will stop working.
Okay.
If I click unauthorized, this one, it will stop working. So unauthorized, removing authorization for the server from the directory will cause the DHCP server to stop responding to client requests. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. So temporarily, let's unauthorize it, everyone. So because it's so important, so it will be a screenshot for which you get marks. So screenshot should show red IPv4 and red IPv6. Okay, Danilo says done. Great. So guys, this will be a screenshot because it's a critical configuration. DHCP, take a screenshot now with your name obviously showing anywhere. If it's green, don't take a screenshot for the green IPv4, only for the red IPv4. So I'm gonna create a sample screenshot here, and your screenshot should exactly look like that. So DHCP, let's go screenshot 4. Screenshot 4. DHCP stopped temporarily. Okay, I'll just fix it. Screenshot 4, DHCP stopped temporarily. Just name it like this. And hopefully our network card gets IP from DHCP, from Humber DHCP, and we get internet. Okay. So the screenshot 4 there. Oh, I didn't share screenshot 3 and 2 and 3. All right. Okay, once that is done, hopefully everyone did that, because any one person did not do it, his or her DHCP will start sending IP addresses to us. And we will know who. Then you will be, so you will get -20 temperature. Okay. So refresh and check what IP you get. Well, what we can do is, see this, we can open a command and run a command called ipconfig/release and ipconfig/renew. I'm doing that now. CMD. Some of you might know already this command. What is the command in CMD? Open your CMD. ipconfig/ what? Release. Right. So if anyone's DHCP is still open, when we put renew, we will grab IP from that DHCP, and obviously and then renew. So first ipconfig//release. It's releasing the IP of the second network card, hopefully. It should. Wow, it's taking time. Yep. And then renew. Instead of release, ipconfig//renew. Okay, then insert is the user record while renewing that. Yeah, it's not really grabbing the new IP. So if I go for just ipconfig, now what IP configuration I have? /renew may not have worked. Oh, now I get from Amin. Yay! Amin's DHCP is open. So Amin, is your DHCP open?
Yes, it is still open. I'm working on it.
Okay.
My Windows had a problem and not a startup.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me know. Okay, guys, can you put in chat whose DHCP is closed and whose DHCP is not closed? So yes means it's closed, no means not closed. Then we can only try to release. So Psycho says yes, Asad yes, Mayank yes, Oyadil yes. So Danilo says yes. So these guys have closed their DHCP. Herbert says yes. Okay, Arif yes, Tharani yes.
Could you please show it again how to stop it? I can't find the running.
Sure. See this? If you click tools and
DHCP, yeah.
Then just right click on the server name.
Yeah.
In unauthorized. Click unauthorized.
Unauthorized. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Olabody says yes. Huda, Kelechi, and Mehdi says yes. Okay. Oh, 756. Who's this? Huda. Huda, did you? So Huda, were you able to close the DHCP service?
Yeah, it shows the parameter is incorrect.
Ouch.
I clicked
Got yours. So you can go to DHCP and just simply select the server and then right click and click unauthorized.
Yeah, I did the same and it shows like it's
Error?
unauthorized.
So it's not closing, right?
The
Maybe click
parameter is
refresh.
incorrect, likewise it is showing.
So
Maybe click
close
on the
the
refresh button.
Yeah, refresh button. Okay, refresh on the server name, refresh, or just close the DHCP and open DHCP again and then try again. Okay, I'm gonna try /release and renew again. Let's see who's not done yet. Release. Wow, that's a quick service. I mean, we can catch whoever's DHCP is not down. that's a fun actually. Okay, I think it's down now. Everyone's service. When I go for this, hey, it didn't catch any IP. You're kidding me. Renew, no. While renewing it, replace threat 1, the name specified in the network control adapter NCB is in use by a remote adapter. Okay. Oh, now I get Huda as well. So yeah.
But I have problem. IP config release doesn't work for me. It failed, and my command prompt is admin.
Okay. It needs admin privilege.
I think Huda's turned it off now. I get a 10 series IP.
Oh, and check if you got internet.
Yeah, the triangle mark is gone. I'm just checking if I can. Yeah, I'm getting Windows update as well. Yeah.
Good. So you got internet. So why am I getting? I'm going to release again. I mean, you can open this command prompt with admin privileges. See this? Right click, then command prompt, right click again, and then you run as administrator, right?
It's
right
it's administrator now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Release. Yeah.
IP config release failed as an adapter.
Oh.
And state permission. I don't know why. It's administrator, but
Wow, I get 169 now. I don't have any DHCP now. So guys, keep trying. Yeah.
I think after 169, it should get automatically updated to 10. You can just try it once.
I'll just keep trying now. Please again.
Yeah, mine is off now.
You're okay. Cool. Oh man, this network services are really painful.
I think you should
try renew now.
tap renew.
Try renew now.
Oh man. Okay, /renew. Oh, now it's not giving error. All right, we got it. Yeah. Okay. So if you get 10, 118, 78 something, and yes, your yellow triangle has been removed then. So this is a teamwork, obviously. And Psycho says he has internet now. I also have internet now. Yeah.
Excuse
Okay.
me.
Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, Herbert.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to add another network interface card, but it's VMware is telling me to contact the cloud administrator.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna be connecting your machine now, guys. Just before that, at least make sure that you can go to Google and type this download Windows. We can just go for Windows 10 as well because we just need some Windows 10 ISO. Just go for Windows 10 ISO inside the machine and start downloading it. Windows 10 image ISO. Then Herbert, I'll connect to Herbert installation. Download Windows 10 ISO. Oh man, it doesn't give me that longer option of download this and then install media. Ah man, is there a direct connection? Direct download of ISO?
Servers will have direct ISO. Try server 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Let's go for 2019 because this is giving me a more longer. So download. Just everyone start download Windows 2019 ISO. Download Windows 2019 ISO. Just type that in the inside the machine in Google and start the download. Right? It's gonna take time, obviously, but start it. It's please select your Windows 2019 server, download a Microsoft link, go only to Microsoft link, and you should see this 64-bit. I hope I can copy this in your chat.
Sir, please slow down a bit. You're too fast. So we are.
Yeah, man, this is very slow actually. I mean, you have to speed up as well. Okay, where are you? I mean, tell me, then I can help you.
You said we should download Windows 10.
I could solve it.
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
I could solve it by troubleshooting.
Oh, okay, Herbert, you're good. Or I mean, you're good. Okay. So Oyerdele, you have to go to Google. Are you on Google?
Yes.
Then what do you type there?
What I have is download Windows. You first mentioned Windows 10 ISO. Now you've changed it to Windows 2019 ISO image.
And then you do what? Press enter.
Yes.
And then you do what? You go down to this. Do you see this on your side?
Hold on, it's still going.
Go down, scroll down.
Okay. Jeez.
Windows Server 2019 and ISO file. Is it okay?
Yeah. Okay. Download Windows Server 2019 ISO.
Okay.
Oyerdele, are you there?
It's opening. So I'm now in the. I've clicked it. Yes.
Man, these are very simple instructions for any typical IT guy. It's very basic instructions, so you should try to speed up as well.
Okay.
Okay, here ISO download 64-bit. Go ahead, guys. At least start downloading now. It will be useful. 64-bit edition. Download 64-bit edition.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead. Wow. Oh, okay. If I click arrow, then it goes ahead. If I click the 64-bit, it does not. Wow. Even with arrow, it is not. Cool.
No, it does. It's at the top. You already downloaded it 4 times. Top right side.
What? That was so embarrassing. Okay. So I'm just downloading it like a grandpa or something. Okay.
Okay.
I should start coughing as well. Okay. Yeah. So Herbert,
Okay, done.
Yes, sir.
So Herbert, machine Herb. Okay. So you're not able to add the network card?
Yes.
To the where's the third? Where's the fourth machine?
It's a HEVM11.
HEV?
HEVM11.
And you gave a totally different name to this one. Hey, why is it on, Herbert? Why is it powered on?
Wait.
Ardele, please mute. Maddie, please mute. Okay. Yeah, Herbert. Why is it powered on?
I've powered it off.
Okay, so now try. You know, when it is powered on, you cannot add or remove any network card.
Yeah. It's okay. Okay. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So now, it's downloaded already, and I was saying my internet is slow, but that's too fast. Okay, so Windows 2019 is it downloaded for everyone? Yeah.
No,
That should be
Yes.
Humber internet, right?
2 minutes remaining.
Yes.
Wow, that was confusing. So can you type yes for download it, no for not download it? So Mayank says yes, Danilo, Saiko, Tarani, Arif. Oh, Tarani is no. Arif is yes. Amin, yes. Asad, yes. Huda, no. Oyedele, no. Okay, so there are several no's, Kelechi. Why? I don't know why. Oh, it's yes, yeah. So, and Mandy, yes now. Okay. And Cesar, no. So yeah, there are several no's here. This means that we cannot really go ahead with that. But yeah, this window should be there. And our plan is to, okay, our plan is to create a virtual machine inside a hypervisor and then attach a ISO to it. Then we're going to install it. It's going to be tricky, guys, but it's not, we're not going to go that way like before, that no mouse is there and then I have to do million steps there. Okay, Thrani says yes now, so that's good. So we're going to be installing that machine, and then that machine better get an IP from our DHCP, seriously, which we disabled. So in next class we will have to enable our DHCP so we could check our networking across the machines, right? So let's try to install this virtual machine till approximately, it will be finished by 11 or 11:30, right? So, oh man, you catch me right away. Okay, so yeah, I'm dead tired myself. Yeah. Okay, so hey, Danilo says yes. This is all Danilo's fault. Okay, let's start now, everyone, 11:30. If he says yes, so that's it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. So uh, let's upload the screenshots. I've already put that upload link in where Blackboard class 5, right? So go ahead and upload, and we're going to be following up with this. Make sure that Windows 2019 is already there before the next class. Then right now, don't shut down the machine. Just keep the download going and upload your screenshots there, and see you in next class. Yay. So can you confirm if you can see class 5? And do you see upload as well?
We have only 2 screenshots, right?
Actually, yes, we have only, well, I asked to take 2 more. I mean, like it's screenshot 2 of E6i2, but if E6i1 is okay, 2 and 3 should be okay as well. So it's okay. So E6i1 screenshot and this one, which is DHCP stopped screenshot. These 2 are okay. Go ahead and upload. And
Okay,
see you next
thank you.
time. Yay,
Okay,
bye-bye.
so week 5 upload, it's there, it's available.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming. So yeah, then we'll start from here. We're going to create a virtual machine. Then we're going to create storage, vSAN, software SAN next class, and hopefully the vCenter as well. So pretty heavy stuff coming your way next class. So see you next class, and bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So when will you upload the video?
Yeah, this video it will already be in the chat if you log in, but yes, if you can please put it in the WhatsApp tomorrow as well, so I will make sure that this video is there in week 5.
Okay.
Excuse me, how about the previous videos, just like we discussed in the beginning?
Oh yes, so previous video I can arrange quickly as well. That's a good idea, you reminded me now. So this is week 4 video with all the celebrities here. And then we're going to go for where, okay. Man, okay. So I will, yeah, thanks for reminding. I'll just start putting the previous links as well. there one by one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Teams. You're in Teams. Where are all my videos? Wow, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. August 7th, August 10th. The day 10. That's 16 August. Recording. Oh. Okay, I'll have to search. Okay. Yeah. I'll close this now and bye-bye.